So I'm a massive fan of Thunder God, and one of his concepts that was my favorite was the swapping Naruto battles. That did so much hype for me back in the days, and so I did it for Blue Lock matchups. But your bro is broke, and he is trying something new today. So today we will be trying to put this into a Dragon Ball standard of what if Goku and Vegeta swapped battles. Before we get into this, if you want to keep in touch with me, make sure to join my Discord server and subscribe for more content. Now onto the video. Let's make a few important ground rules. First, there will be no battles from before Z, as Vegeta was not in the story, and it would just be Vegeta owning all of these battles. He claimed to be a power level of 12,000, which was higher than the whole verse at the age of 12. So yeah, he would solo the whole verse. And I can't find any manga descriptions about it, but we have anime images of Vegeta killing Cybermen for the love of the game. So yeah, those were around Raditz level, and you saw what Raditz did to Goku and Piccolo when he came in Z. Secondly, no trading fights where they both fought the same person on the same day under similar standards, unless I deem it worthy of a special exception. So no Namek Frieza swaps, since they both fought Frieza on the same day and it wouldn't really change much. That really just wouldn't be fair. And another example is Gas and Granola. They both took turns fighting him and both fought him on the same day. Those are the type of fights I won't cover, as they would just be boring for me to cover. Also, if they team up in battles, we will give them like the people who teamed up with the person. So like you're gonna see shortly. What I meant was, like, first battle is Vegeta and Piccolo versus Raditz. Since Goku and Piccolo teamed up in the original canon, now we're giving Vegeta to Piccolo. Yeah, this is just a slaughterfest. Kid Vegeta could even beat him on his own. He beat literally 8 Raditzes on his own. So Piccolo would just chill on MySpace while Vegeta's handling business. Second battle is Vegeta versus Nappa. Yeah, this is just Vegeta's day. He gets another easy dub, as he would easily destroy Nappa. However, if Nappa actually uses his brain cells and creates a moon and goes Ozaru, he would be stronger than Vegeta momentarily. The only problem is Nappa is a middle class Saiyan, and we don't know if every type of Saiyan on Sadala could do it, or is it mainly just the elite Saiyans, which Vegeta has shown to be. And I'm assuming it's the latter, with the elite special class being taught how to control their instincts, which is why Vegeta was able to fight so well against Goku even in Ozaru. Anyways, even if Nappa did control his Ozaru form, Vegeta would just transform the same and then beat Nappa realistically. So Nappa realistically has 0 win cons. Goku versus Kree. Okay, so for this fight, to make it interesting, I'm gonna put Goku, who got a Zenkai boost from his fight against Vegeta, and goes to Namek with Krillin, Bulma, and Gohan. So for Kree, Dodoria, and Zarbon, I'm gonna give Goku the actual stats he had after the battle with Vegeta, but before he started training in the 100 times gravities type of stuff, if that makes sense. So I should see Goku around the power level of 18,000, even without the Kaioken. So yeah, and with Goku and Kree being equal in terms of 18,000 power levels, because that's what I want Goku to be in this scenario, Kaioken can still give him the edge and help him win this battle. And thanks to Goku's fighting expertise, this shouldn't be that hard of a battle for Goku. Goku versus Dodoria. This battle may take a bit longer than Kree, but the worst outcome would be Goku just using Kaioken times 3 to get the W here, as Dodoria's power level is only 22,000 and Kree's was just 18,000, so not much of a difference. By the way, I'm only giving Goku Kaioken times 3 as he hasn't trained in 100 times gravity, so he wouldn't be able to enhance how far he could take his Kaioken up to. Maybe times 4 at best, but let's not do the Kaioken names right now. Goku versus Zarbon. Okay, I may sound like a broken record here, but I really think it's the same situation where if Goku gets in trouble against base Zarbon, he can Kaioken it out. However, Zarbon does have a win con, unlike Kree and Dodoria, and that's his transformation. Goku can get cocky and get disrespectful when he thinks he is stronger than his opponent, and usually shows mercy. So Goku gives him a Senzu Bean, or Zarbon has enough energy to transform when Goku drops his guard down thinking he has beat him. He can knock out Goku quickly, and then he can win like that. Honestly, I could actually see Zarbon transforming and beating him in the same way he beat Vegeta, because if Vegeta's cocky enough, Goku's cocky enough as well. They're both Saiyans in this end of the day. And since this fight considered Zarbon only knocking him out and not straight up killing Goku, I can actually see it being a possibility if Goku gets his guard down. So I'm giving this win to Zarbon 6 times out of 10, honestly. Okay, Goku versus Zarbon, the rematch. Yeah, now this is where we're actually gonna start using Goku's power level from the Ginyu arc, where Goku actually did train, so there is no difficulty for Goku to beat Zarbon here. since we have Goku in the pod and everything. So Goku has that time now. And this is very close to when the Ginyus arrive as well, so it makes sense. Vegeta versus Burter and Jace. I know Vegeta did fight Jace, but he did not fight the duo, and I think this makes a more interesting matchup. I'm going to assume their individual power levels were between 21 to 30,000 because Jace was starting to sweat when he saw Vegeta's power level rising from 20,000, and Jace was saying that his power level was around that 20k zone, and then he started saying that, oh, we're in trouble now, maybe. And then we've had like Vegeta isn't no slouch when it comes to like dealing with 2v1s or like handicap matches. Now, considering he beat Zarbon with ease, his power level would be about 35,000 and a bit higher than that because Zarbon's power level was around 30,000. It's an 11k increase from his previous power level, which is 24,000. So if he increases around that same height, thanks to the senzu bean Goku gave him when he arrived on Namek, he would be between the power level of 40,000 to 50,000, which should be enough to deal with both of their power levels combined and their attacks. Considering when Goku was powering up in Kaioken, he was stated to be around the power level of 90,000. Vegeta's argument of Goku and Ginyu being in similar power levels holds strong, and Ginyu's power level around that time was 60,000 when he was holding back. So I believe if Goku was holding back and increasing his power only in brief moments in that 2v1 with his base power being 60,000, Vegeta being around 50,000 and not holding back like Goku was should give him the win at most against Jace and Burter. Their stronger attacks were anime onlys as well, just because they had to prolong the fight. If you read the fight, you can see, if you read the fight in the manga, you can see they stood no chance against a very suppressed Goku. So I'm going to give Vegeta the win here. Even if we did Vegeta before the senzu bean, I still believe Vegeta's craftiness against powerhouses should show that he can try and like make the numbers game not as dangerous. I could see him trying to like make them attack each other, and like Vegeta would just go for instant kills whenever he can see it possible. He really tried to decapitate Rikum's head at the first chance he got. He did it to Guro, so he wouldn't have held back at all. Now the next fight is actually my favorite of this video, and it's Goku versus Android 18. For this fight, I'm going to use the same Goku that fought Android 19, but without the heart virus conditions, because that would be just Goku instantly losing. Like in her fight with Vegeta, this is where things get as hard. Although Trunks was saying we gotta wait for Goku, you have to keep in mind the present androids were stronger than the future androids, so don't take everything Trunks said for granted. However, with 3 years of training for the androids, Goku had to be stronger than Vegeta, as we don't know the exact time he unlocked Super Saiyan and then had to master it. In the fight between Vegeta and Android 18, it didn't even look like she was trying at all. We don't know if she was trying her best or just being a cocky woman. She was surprised by Vegeta when he used his Big Bang attack. We also don't know if the androids 17 and 18 had updated information about Goku's Super Saiyan strength, which I doubted since Android 17 said he didn't know they can transform Super Saiyan, and it directly states he didn't have any data on Vegeta in general. So Jiro must have lastly updated it before Z or something like that. So Androids 18 scaling on Goku with Vegeta would be invalid as well. Piccolo's assessment made it seem that Vegeta was actually in a power scaling contest with Android 18 because he said the game plan was she was wearing him down because she had infinite stamina. In the battle between Super Vegeta and Second Form Cell, Android 18 actually debunks that, as she was wondering if he was pretending to be weak, considering in her eyes that Vegeta was actually fodder trash against her. The only moment where she seemed to be stressed in that battle was the Big Bang attack, because it was a lot of condensed ki into one attack. So honestly, Goku should be around her level. However, Goku can't use instant transition to recuperate his strength if he gets in trouble against her because she has no ki signature. And from the warning Trunks gave Goku, it seemed like the androids were such a dangerous threat that they would kill anyone on the spot, especially if they want to use hostages to get Goku around. So Goku would know that he can't like leave the battlefield in the middle of this battle. Yeah, because of the no key signature, that eliminates instant transmission Kamehameha as well. Goku is a master battle strategist with way more experience than Android 18, so I think Goku losing due to stamina would be highly unlikely, unlike Vegeta. However, the one thing that gives him the win, but I'm not also trying to like say Vegeta has battle experience, it's just his is more head-on, Goku has many ways about going for a battle. The one win con he could have is Mafuba, but we're assuming that Goku goes in this without even meeting Master Roshi and thinking he can actually handle these guys. So I don't think he would just randomly have Mafuba on hand, and he didn't even learn Mafuba until Dragon Ball Super. One win con is the fact that he is actually allowed to coordinate with his allies. Android 18 did give that option to Vegeta, but Vegeta said he would rather die than team up with them. And yeah, that would actually end up reversely bad for Goku, as the fact that Android 17 would interfere if they came in, because Android 17, even though Android 18 would allow it, would know that she cannot take on all those numbers by herself. So yeah, the one thing Goku could use his allies for, while most of them are getting beat up by Android 17, is the fact that he can instant transition close to one of them if they can get close to Android 18 and use instant transition Kamehameha for the kill. Honestly, even without help, Goku could walk away with a victory 5 times out of 10, as the only win cons Android 18 has is draining his stamina or Goku showing mercy. Maybe also if she uses hostages as Goku's friends aiding him, she could also put him at a disadvantage. We also never got to see Android 18 fight seriously, and she would be, because her mission is to kill Goku, so she would take this way more seriously than she did with Vegeta, and she was already wanting hands on him. So yeah, those are like insane factors that could do that. Given Goku just had experience fighting Android 19, I would assume that he would actually try not to use Ki Blasters, assuming that they don't have any energy absorbers, until Trunks tells him that they can't absorb energy, and then Goku would start using Ki in that battle, honestly. And yeah, so it's really tough. It's 5 times out of 10 for either in terms of a one-on-one battle. But the thing is that if they allowed allies, which I could see going through possible, as Goku wouldn't just try to risk draining his stamina when he could rely on his friends, Android 16 actually would join in this battle because he wants to kill Goku. So it wouldn't just be Android 17, but 16 as well. So that would immediately give Android 18 the win if they have everyone jump in that battle. So if there's no interference, Goku would have to be extremely cautious and be at his best. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna give this W to my favorite anime queen, Android 18, as logically the battle would go in a situation where everyone would jump in, and then Android 16 would clap cheeks as well. So yeah, I could honestly see Android 18 taking the W. And then even in a 1v1 battle, I could see Goku like holding back just a little bit, or like having like cons where if he doesn't know from Trunks that they can absorb Ki, he wouldn't use Ki for majority of the battle. Like it would be like Goku, just with the lack of intel about Android 18, even though Trunks did give him intel, it was like Goku didn't get intel that, oh, they can't absorb Ki like Androids 19 and 20 can. And because he just fought 19, that might mess up his battle approach against Android 18. So I think these little like setbacks could like affect Goku as well. So honestly, I might give him a 4.5 win con and then give Android 18 a 5.5 win con, but that's just me. So yeah, I actually do have Android 18 winning in both scenarios. Goku versus Semi-Perfect Cell. So yeah, Goku in the last battle just struggled against Android 18, who is weaker than her brother, who is weaker than Cell's previous form. So yeah, Goku is not winning this battle. He literally only has 1 win con, and that's using the instant transition Spirit Bomb, but that's even if he can pull it off without Cell realizing what he's trying to do. Cell should win this one easily, unless Goku tries to pull a crafty Spirit Bomb out of nowhere. And yeah, we are only using the Goku that saved Tien and Piccolo, as this was the Goku that did meet Semi-Perfect Cell, and we're not using the scenario as if Goku came out of the hyperbolic time chamber first, as that's just like not what we're doing here. Okay, Goku versus Pee-Pee. Do we even need to engage with this one? Vegeta versus Yakon, yeah, same with this one. Vegeta has not gotten a single L yet. That's a lot of good for him. Like, bro, I did not expect Vegeta to do well in this video. With that, they basically both fought Boo, so I'm not gonna bother with any of these fights in the Boo arc until Super. We skip Battle of Gods and Frieza as well, as they both basically fight the same people, being Beerus and Frieza. So yeah, we go into the Universe 6 arc, where we see Vegeta get a comfortable win against Botamo as well, and I don't see any reason why Vegeta should be losing. Goku, who had too much stake trouble, beat him with ease. Man, 5 in a row. Vegeta, this may be your perfect day, as nothing can stop you now. Ginyu. Yeah, sorry Vegeta, I forgot about that. Yeah, Ginyu would clap you easily. Vegeta versus Frost. This is Vegeta with no intel on Frost's poisoning, which is Frost win con, and although most people with 1 win con mainly lose because of that, however, this 1 win con is very efficient as it's against Vegeta. And because Frost is the Universe 6 counterpart to the man killed Vegeta twice and made his whole race slaves to his will. We also have the fact that Vegeta wanted both Frost and Cabba to go all out in his matches, so it is in character for Vegeta to build up Frost to his final form, and then Frost cheats to win from there. So yeah, Vegeta, no perfect record at all. You just lost 2 matches in a row according to the book, but you shouldn't have even had a streak. I just wanted you to feel good, bro. Goku versus Frost. Yeah, Goku should be able to handle Frost with intel on the poison, so the only reason Goku lost in the first place was because of the poison. So yeah, easy W Goku. Goku versus Vegeta. Does Goku even have any lose cons here? Well, I guess if he holds back for too long, he may accidentally step out of the ring, kind of like how Vegeta almost did in the anime. But I doubt Goku would do that, and honestly, he just needs to pull out Super Saiyan 2 because he won't be roasting the poor machine like Vegeta. But considering how Vegeta was surviving against him and Vegeta was durable in his base form, Goku would transform Super Saiyan. He would try to bring him out, but it wouldn't work in Super Saiyan, so Super Saiyan 2 should get the job done. Goku versus Cabba. This is going to be like Goku versus Frost, where I don't see Goku like actually struggling. He would go Super Saiyan and try to build Cabba up. I think Goku would take the same approach to try and build up Cabba to Super Saiyan, but he would do it in the way he like did with Oob to unlock his power, which I don't think is actually going to be enough because Vegeta literally threatened to kill his people. I don't think Goku's going to do all that. Cabba would get close, but he wouldn't like actually achieve Super Saiyan, but that would still show Cabba still got potential in there. But yeah, Goku wouldn't even need Blue to beat him. Goku versus Hit. So here we are swapping the order of who faces Hit between Goku and Vegeta because they're honestly 2 different conversations in its own right because of intel. Goku wouldn't need to go blue immediately as that's not his style of fighting. So yeah, I think Goku should be able to do way better than Vegeta did. And even if we consider that Goku did go Super Saiyan Blue to show off to Cabba, the thing is that like Goku is not gonna go immediately to Blue, and he may just go Super Saiyan God, which could give an edge to Hit to win because Hit was seemingly finally getting his comfort zone back when he time froze Goku in Super Saiyan God before he had to use Blue to finally break it for good. But there's another problem. Even if Goku did have Blue, Goku was just gonna wring himself out. However, there is one last thing too. We have to consider the facts that Goku only dropped out because in the manga because he wanted Monaka to fight him. And with the fact that Vegeta still has a turn left because we are swapping their fights, Goku wouldn't be so obliged to because he would know that Vegeta would not sell his match against Hit. So if Goku does have Blue at full power, Goku would actually win in this scenario. But because we're using like swapped battles and we're actually making Goku use Blue in front of Cabba to make it the same fury as Vegeta had, I'm actually going to give this win a Hit. So yeah, now Vegeta versus Hit. Vegeta is not losing this because like bro already figured out how to beat Hit because Goku's loud mouth, and Vegeta would like have an easier Hit to deal with considering that Goku would have given him a lot of battle damage. So yeah, Vegeta even in Super Saiyan God should be able to get the job done, but he would use Blue to just finish it off quickly. Vegeta versus Toppo. This fight would be much quicker since Vegeta doesn't have as much forms as Goku, so he wouldn't have to waste much time getting into his God form, and then he would really lock in against Super Saiyan Blue. He really wouldn't mess around like Goku, so I do believe he could take the W, but this is Vegeta we are talking about. There's a high chance he does get cocky, so it's really a 50-50 thing. Another thing that might mess up Vegeta is the no flying rule because yeah, Vegeta might want to fly because he's just used to it. Then again, he could have gotten slightly stronger in the Tournament of Power 2, but my take for why Toppo can win this is in the manga, he's shown better Haikaishin powers because of the coloring. We never see his purple powers, so we only see his red aura, and you could say that it's just an awakening because of the whole Tournament of Power, but I believe he actually did have better control of his powers, and he just was in a Justice Torn. But the way he was just fighting Goku, it showed that he was more like powerful compared to like the animes, what they were letting on, because Toppo was fighting on level ground with Super Saiyan Blue perfected Goku, which was around the same strength as Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 for the anime. So yeah, I think Toppo should be able to get the job done as Vegeta is not going evolution as this is a low stakes match. But I think Toppo would take this more seriously than Vegeta because Toppo is trying to become a god of destruction. Meanwhile, Vegeta could get cocky and also there's no stakes on the line really. So yeah, I think Toppo would take this more seriously and get the job done compared to Vegeta. Okay, the final battle is sadly enough Vegeta versus Sagan Ball. Believe it or not, this is the actual final battle where Goku and Vegeta don't trade fights. because later on they face Gas, Granola, Moro, all those big bads, and it's like even Broly as well. So there's like no middle ground I could work with except for like the goons, and that would be boring. But the best goon fight we did get out of all that was Sagambo. But yeah, Vegeta is easily getting the W here. He could even go Super Saiyan God, but he would probably just go Super Saiyan Blue to make sure there's no trouble in that at all. So yeah, Vegeta ends with 7 wins and 3 losses. He beats Raditz, Nappa, Alberto, Jace, Brotamo, Yakon, Hit, and Saganbo. He loses to Ginyu, Frost, and Topo. For Goku, he can beat Kui, Dodoria, Zarbon in the rematch, Pri, Frost, Magetta, Kaba, and Topo. He lost to Zarbon in the first match, Android 18, Semi-Perfect Cell, and Hit. So for Goku and Vegeta, they both have one hypothetical win in those losses I just mentioned, being Topo for Vegeta and Hit for Goku. Because if the scenario went the opposite way around and my analysis of Topo's God Key control and Goku actually going blue or not could actually affect them getting W's easily. So now, who did better in each other's roles? In the original story, Vegeta only lost to Zarbon in the first match, Android 18, and Hit, and Goku only lost to Ginyu, Frost, Hit, and Topo. So Goku still had 4 losses and Vegeta still had 3 as well. So now who did better in terms of the new opponents? Vegeta beat Hit in Goku's place when Goku couldn't, and technically had Cell beats too. So Vegeta had a better time in Goku's place than Goku did in Vegeta's place, thanks to Vegeta's ruthlessness. So sadly, the only reason Goku can't get the W in this video is because of his carefree mercy nature. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Stay blessed. Suki out.